Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Magnolia State Weather. I'm fixing the camera here. Give me just 2 seconds on that. We have a tornado warning there in Jasper County, Jones County, and southern Clark County. Getting the camera working now. There we go. Sorry, had to run back from class just real quick. Let me see what's going on here. There we go. There we go. We're good now. Sorry about that. So this tornado warning there in southern Jasper County. This is over Heidelberg right now. Here's what you can see on the velocity radar. Sorry, had to run back from class. You can see it right here. A well-defined area of rotation nearing Hattiesburg. Luckily, this tornado warning's been up for 15 minutes, but it looks like nothing has touched down right now. So that's a good thing. But still, dangerous rotation on this storm as it moves off to the south. I'm going to see if I can get us a camera angle here on this storm. Here's currently the view from Laurel. Probably some great pictures on this one. Whoops. Hold on. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Let's see. Sorry, trying to get this sorted out since we just went live. So, about to pull up the sky cam here. Let's see what's going on. All right, here we go. This is the view from Laurel, Mississippi. Very dangerous storm off to the north. That's producing large hail moving into the Sandersville area now. That's moving through southern Jasper County right now. An absolutely beautiful live shot here from Laurel. But the storm's very dangerous as it's moving off to the southeast. Here's what it looks like on radar. Here's going to be your area of rotation directly over Heidelberg right now. This is moving off to the southeast. Going to move over Interstate 59 right now. Going to cross over County Road 35, Highway 11, and then we'll eventually move off towards Ucutta there in Wayne County. I'll bring back the double shot here. This is what we're looking at in terms of where the storm is there north of Laurel. Sorry, just trying to get a few things settled here. This is moving east at 35, really moving southeast at 35. Radar indicated 1-inch hail on this storm. This rotation will be over Heidelberg right now, Waynesboro by 4 o'clock. Ucutta 335, West King 352, Awani 350, Boyce 356. If you're just now tuning into the live stream, make sure you like and share the live stream since we just went live. It's the best way to share this information pretty quick. So like I said, that area of rotation here, moving over Heidelberg right now. The area of rotation not as strong as it was earlier. It looked very strong just several minutes ago. But luckily, it looks like that area of rotation has since weakened. Sorry that it took a minute for me to go live. I was in class. I had to run back to my apartment to hurry up and go live. And when I mean run, I mean like actually physically run back. So sorry if I look a little sweaty. But yeah, that area of rotation there over Heidelberg. This is going to move over County Road 37, County Road 113. We'll move across basically over the Clark County, Jasper County, Jones County corner. Excuse me. So this is going to move right towards Ucutta, and we'll continue off into Wayne County. Currently, doesn't look like anything's on the ground, so that's good. We look at the correlation coefficient, our debris radar. Really not seeing anything with this storm in terms of debris, so that's very good there. Someone asking about Lauderdale County and tornadoes. I'm not worried about tornadoes there for Lauderdale County for right now. Let's make sure we get these turned off for now. There we go. Severe thunderstorm warning off to the east over Collins and Prentice right now. That's for another storm that looks like it's trying to get a rotation going, but luckily not really getting its act together just yet. That's for ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds about to enter into Collins. New severe thunderstorm warning now in Wayne County for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's issued by the National Weather Service there in Mobile. So still watching this area of rotation there in southern Jasper County, about to move through the corner of corner of Jones County. So if you're up there near the Indian Reservation near Florence Church Road, this area of rotation is going to go right over that little corner. Oh, sorry. Didn't realize that was off the page. Timing for Waynesboro on this one is 4:03. Sorry, just trying to get everything going here. Since I had to rush and get everything, I had to turn on the computer and get it going. Here's the view from Laurel still. Beautiful supercell structure, but definitely dangerous moving into the Jones County area and moving towards Wayne County right now. Power went off in Sandersville. If you have any pictures of this storm, please send them in. I need pictures of this type of stuff right now. And if you have any videos, please send it in because we're needing videos and pictures, not only of this event, but just for stuff in the future. So if you have any pictures or videos, please send those in right now. So here's what it looks like, that area of rotation. Here's what it looks like right now. Kind of a broad rotation all the way from Heidelberg down to Haney right now. If we look at it just several minutes ago, this rotation was way tighter not too long ago. Like here was it over Blue Ridge and Vernon. That rotation looked like it was trying to drop a tornado. And honestly, we'll have to wait and see because the correlation coefficient didn't show any debris being lofted. But as this rotation crossed over County Road 8 and County Road 31, it definitely looked like there was a potential for it to drop a brief tornado. So nothing showing up on the debris radar, but sometimes you don't know. Sometimes the debris doesn't get lofted high enough to be seen by the radar. This will be over Ucutta 333. This is currently area rotation over County Road 377 and McFarland Road, just north of the Indian Reservation. This is just north of Florence Church Road, there near the Haney community and the Markwald community. This is moving towards Ucutta, about to cross over Ucutta Road here in the next few minutes, heading towards Whistler and West King. The reason I'm kind of moving around on this one is because you have a few areas of rotation. You had this one up here, but now you have this new one just to the northeast of Sandersville. And so this is moving off to the south. If I'm really worried about a rotation with the storm, it's going to be right here between, or right to the east of Haney and Ucutta. We'll see if they decide to extend a tornado warning, but for now we don't have one for Wayne County. So here's this main complex moving through. We've already had home damage from straight line winds up near Jackson in Rankin County, but also a new severe thunderstorm warning over near Louisiana and in western Mississippi. So this is near Fayette and Port Gibson, as well as St. Joseph. That's for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds going right over Port Gibson right now. And then if we look over towards Wisner, Louisiana, on the other side, just to the north of Natchez in Louisiana, that also has quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. But let's go and look at our imminent tornado threat over on the Jasper County, Jones County, Wayne County, really Clark County line, all around that Four Corners region, up there near the Indian Reservation between Heidelberg and Waynesboro. Please make sure you like and share the live stream. It's the easiest way to get information out. Once again, that area of rotation just to the east of Sandersville right now. Ucutta 333, Ucutta Sandersville Road. This will be over you by 3:30 within the next few minutes. We have Waynesboro 359, Woodward's 356. So, in general, for people asking questions, right now we have multiple thunderstorm warnings kind of across areas near Highway 84 moving off to the south. I think that's where our main severe weather threat is going to be for the rest of the evening. Luckily, looking at the debris radar, nothing being lofted. It looks like nothing has been lofted by this storm that's in this tornado warning, so that's very good. Luckily, if something did touch down, it was weak enough that it didn't loft debris really high into the atmosphere. But still, that area of rotation, just off to the east of Haney, east of Highway 11, over County Road 37, Pine Grove Road, and Hell Road right now. Moving about 45 miles an hour off to the southeast. Here's what it looks like in Laurel right now. Overall, a downpour. I've heard gusty winds there in Laurel as well. I would still suggest being in your safe space if you're near Ukiah and in northeastern Wayne County, or northwestern Wayne County. Sorry, I would consider being in your safe space just because you still have a fairly decent area of rotation there moving into Wayne County. Yeah, look at that right there. Here it is. That's going to be your area of rotation, the one I was just talking about. That one's strengthening still. That's crossing over the Jasper County, Jones County, and Wayne County line. So yeah, that's definitely a strengthening area of rotation right here. We'll see if they tornado warn this here in just a second. Because I was looking at this, it's kind of a recycling phase going on with this storm. And so you can see how it's brightened up right here on the radar. The original rotation has fizzled out, but now you have a new area of rotation forming really quick here with this storm. So we'll see if they continue on this tornado warning. There's inch and a half size hail up in here with this storm. Trying to see if I can get another view here. Correlation coefficient not showing anything. That's the debris radar. So that's good for now. Let's switch it over to the Mobile radar for now. Yeah, you can see that well-defined area of rotation now, just east of Haney, over County Road 37. And here you can see it with the radar, well-defined supercell moving into Wayne County now. Sorry if it seems like we're all over the place, just trying to get this information out as fast as we can right now. So Ukiah 336, I'd be in your safe space right now. They're in Ukiah. West King 354, Boyce 358, Woodward's 4 o'clock, Waynesboro 402. Remember, if you have a TV and you want to put us on the TV so you can turn up the volume while you're in your safe space, look up Magnolia State Weather on YouTube, and it will pop up there. We're waiting for the latest scan now of the radar from Mobile. Let's switch over to the radar from Jackson, see if it's updated. You still have that same rotation there moving towards Ukiah. If you're in Ukiah, I would really suggest being in your safe space because something like this could spin up very quickly. Just while we're waiting on the radar to refresh just real quick, we have severe thunderstorm warnings all the way south for Jeff Davis and Covington counties, as well as northern Jones County and northern Wayne County, as well as over towards the state line, over towards Fayette, Port Gibson, St. Joseph's, and even in Wisner, Louisiana, Silicy Island, Louisiana, and Clayton, Louisiana. These are all for large hail and damaging winds. If you're in a severe thunderstorm warning, be aware conditions could go down fairly quickly. Looking at the latest scan from the Jackson radar, it's looking like that area of rotation has sort of stabilized for now. Still concerning to say the least. But you can still see it there nearing Ukiah. Moving fairly slowly, 45 miles per hour. But probably a good view there in northwestern Wayne County of this storm moving in. If you have any pictures, please send them in. Let's see if anybody has sent anything. Trying to see if I can get any information on this storm for now. Let's see. Not anything yet. No updates about this tornado warning as it's moving into Wayne County. Seeing if they're going to extend this tornado warning. So here's that area of rotation moving off. Now about to cross over Ucutta Sandersville Road. And about to cross over Jack Clark Road. And eventually we'll cross over Ucutta Road between Ucutta and Whistler. Looking off to other portions of this storm, you have a hell core between Mount Olive and Collins. Moving off to the southeast, that'll be over Collins. Sorry. Be over Collins 337, Seminary 348, Shelton 403, Providence 408, Luke's 408 that will eventually head towards Hattiesburg. They should take away this tornado warning here within the next few minutes. Looking at it on radar, though, you still have a very nice hook with an embedded supercell, but overall, velocity not nearly as impressive as it was earlier, but still fairly concerning as that area of rotation now goes over Ucutta. Back off to the west, over Port Gibson, a big hail core as well, with quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's continuing on over Hermanville in the next few minutes, Barland and Pattison. That's moving off to the south towards Hazelhurst, Weston, and Brookhaven, and then also another severe thunderstorm warning over Turkey Creek Lake in Wissner, Louisiana, moving off to the south towards Natchez. Of course, our primary area of concern is always going to be a tornado warning. If you know anybody in Ucutta, I would still suggest telling them to be in their safe space. I mean, then again, I guess if you're outside looking at this, it probably looks like a big storm moving through there in northern Wayne County. I can imagine that probably looks scary if we had any pictures of it. Power blinking on and off there in Wayne County right now. I'm going to see if I can get us another view real quick of this storm as it moves through. This is what it looks like in Laurel. If you're there in Laurel, the main wave is through for now. There could be more storms later. Really, we'll have to wait and see if any storms initiate. But if you're there in Laurel, probably a good bit of lightning and some heavy rain there, but your tornado threat looks to be gone for now. The main area of rotation is over there, entering Wayne County. The National Weather Service in Jackson just cut off that tornado warning now to only extreme portions of northeastern Jones County and southeastern Jasper County. Sorry, I meant northeastern Jones County. That rotation has now moved into Wayne County. Severe thunderstorm warning all the way through Jones County. That includes Laurel and Ellisville. That's for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds being possible there. Let's see if I can get us a new view of these storms. Let's see what I can find. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna have to stick with the cameras we have for now. Yeah, so here's the view from Laurel, kind of showing you what conditions are expected in here. I can't really see anything in front of you, but heavy winds, heavy rain, and lightning there in Laurel. Yeah, look at this. Look at that area of rotation over Ucutta right now. I'm surprised there's not a tornado warning here in northern Wayne County. Like I said, there might not be a tornado on the ground right now, but all it takes is for a tornado to quickly spin up and it can destroy stuff like trees and homes. So right now, no tornado warning for northern Wayne County, but I would suggest still hunkering down in your safe space as this area of rotation is directly over Ucutta right now, over Ucutta Sandersville Road and over Jack Clark Road. This will cross between Ucutta and Whistler. So this is heading off towards Ucutta Road and will probably pass near Whistler and Woodwards there in near Waynesboro. If it continues on its track, it will probably reach Waynesboro. That rotation would still be over Waynesboro 404, Winchester 412, Woodwards 401. There in Wayne County. Still looks like that area of rotation still trying to fight for right now. It hasn't completely gone away, which is why I'm still covering it for now, even though it's moved out of the tornado warned area. So that's right over Ucutta Sandersville Road, about to cross over Ucutta Road, crossing over Webb Pace Drive, crossing over Blackledge Drive, Jim Brownlee Road is about where that rotation is there in northwestern Jasper, or not Jasper, sorry, Wayne County. Sorry, it's been a fairly eventful last 30 minutes. So zooming out to the big picture for right now, uh, you got a strong storm over Whistler, Louisiana, for a severe thunderstorm warning with quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. That includes Tensas Parish, Concordian Parish, Catahoula Parish, Franklin Parish, and Adams County, Mississippi. That's heading off to the southeast towards Natchez right now. So quarter-size hail and winds in that storm. Then you have a big severe thunderstorm warning that includes Highway 61. It includes Port Gibson, St. Joseph, and Fayette. That's for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds as well. That includes Tensas Parish, Claiborne County, and Jefferson County, Mississippi. Then we move farther off to the east towards Collins, Prentiss, and McGee. McGee, really, you're kind of to the north of this for now, but if you're in Collins and Prentiss, 60-mile-an-hour winds and ping-pong ball size hail, with that storm moving off to the south towards Seminary, Carson, Bassfield, Summerall, and eventually Hattiesburg. Over here in Jones County, a tornado possible with this severe thunderstorm warning. $50 size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds as that storm now enters Ellisville. So conditions probably starting to go down hill there in Ellisville. Next up there in Waynesboro, Wayne County. We've been looking at that area of rotation. They have not issued another tornado warning there for this rotation near Waynesboro. I'm still covering it, still all over it for now. But if you're there in Wayne County, just be aware. Still an area of rotation there in Wayne County. New severe thunderstorm warning for northern Perry County. What is this? Northern Greene County and central and southern Wayne County for 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Storms would be over Richton 407, Fox 351, Grafton 416, Sandhill 417. Let's see if I can see what it looks like there. Oh wow, that's a nice looking shelf cloud. Oh yeah. Thank you for those videos, Alex. I'll use them later. Definitely. I definitely thank you for that. But like I said, they're in Wayne County. You still have a fairly obvious area of rotation here over Ukiah. I'm surprised they haven't issued a new tornado warning. This is directly over Ukiah Road, so we'll see if they issue a new tornado warning. But this area of rotation really strengthening once again. I just think it's a matter of time before they have to issue a new tornado warning. Will Franklin County get any severe weather? Well, right now, for parts of Franklin County, you're in a severe thunderstorm warning. Just off to your north is where that line is. So that area of rotation has still just sat, moving very slowly now over Ukiah and over Ukiah Road. That's near Jack Fleming Road, moving off, about to cross over Evergreen Road and Leonard Street Road. Oops, let's retry that. It'll be near Waynesboro, about 403, Winchester 409. You can definitely see a bright area of rotation. It's strengthened again in the last few minutes. Would not be shocked if they have to issue a new tornado warning here in the next few minutes. Looking at the correlation coefficient, not seeing anything on the debris radar there, but I don't want this one to go under the radar. Still, definitely looks like an area of rotation is there. I want to look at this storm and be on top of it before it's warned by the National Weather Service. That's why I'm still telling you, if you're in Wayne County, near Ukiah, near Whistler, you still need to be in your safe space. Just because this area of rotation is still here. It's not like it's really gone away. It looks stronger than it was earlier. Let's see if we can see it from the... Yeah, look at this. That's a well-defined area of rotation once again. Yeah, it's definitely strengthened. You have a well-defined rotation there with this storm. I am expecting a tornado warning here in the next few minutes. This might be stronger than it was way earlier. Here it is. That right over Ukiah Road and over Jim Brownlee Road. We'll see if they reissue a tornado warning here at this point. They might be forced to. You see well-defined rotation here. Back into the storm, front into the storm. Rotation right there. Excuse me. This is about to cross over Whistler, and I know people in Whistler, you've had a lot of tornadoes here in the last few years. So that is still moving right over that area right now. Well defined area. I mean, it's a broad area of rotation. I'm not saying that it's a tight area of rotation. It's just well defined here on the radar. This is one of the strongest areas of rotation we've seen in the last few days. Luckily, according to radar, it's looked like nothing's dropped so far. Looking at the correlation coefficient, still nothing being lofted by radar. Let me give you timings for this, because I know y'all need your timings here. I'll keep that up on the screen for right now. Whistler 351 is when that would be over you. So here's where you can see it there, that rotation on the radar. How are people in Wayne County watching? Do you still have power, or is power out there between Ucutta and Whistler? Or is it going in and out? What's going on there? Let's still treat this as if a tornado's on the ground, because looking at how the sky is going and how the radar is showing, I still think we could have a tornado touching down at any second now. I mean, that's what it looks like there over Whistler. This line is really strengthened now. New severe thunderstorm warning over here, which includes Brookhaven. So new severe thunderstorm warning for Wesson, Brookhaven, Monticello, Bogachita, Meadville. That's for eastern Franklin County. Basically all of Lincoln County, central and southern Lawrence County. That's for 60-mile-an-hour winds and some small hail with that storm. Here's the thing. You can see this broad area of rotation on radar right now. It doesn't look all that strong as of right now. But when you have a broad area of rotation like this, all it takes is a quick little spin up to cause damage. So that's what we're watching there going through Wayne County. Like I said, there's no tornado warning on it, but I wouldn't be shocked if there's been a small something touchdown there. Is there a tornado threat for Greene County? Well, storms to your north are about to start moving into Greene County, so if it's getting a little sketchy, it might go downhill there in Greene County in a little bit if these storms can make it. Right now, the main concern is quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds, but there's still a potential for some spin-up tornadoes along this line as it moves through South Mississippi. Luckily, behind this line, honestly, I think for the rest of the day, you'll be mostly fine. I mean, we might get another storm or so, another wave of some heavy rain, but with all the energy that these storms are taking right now, there might not be a second wave later. Here's one thing I want to focus on this storm we've been looking at with rotation. Spanning all the way through northwestern Wayne County, lots of hail looks like could be falling over Ucutta and Whistler here in the next few minutes. But there it still is. You can see that rotation from the Jackson radar here. Got the strong inflow in, the strong outflow in the back of the storm between Ucutta and Whistler. And I know I'm repeating the same thing over and over again, but I need that to still be clear. I know there's not a tornado warning on this, but it's still rotating, and there's still some fairly decent rotation with this one. We're hearing reports of trees down in Heidelberg. That could be a result of damaging winds that just went through there with this storm that's now there in Wayne County. Looking out the broader sense, now Marion County, Forest County, and Lamar County under a severe thunderstorm watch for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Once again, we do not have any more tornado warnings going on as of right now, but still some very strong storms moving through our area here across South Mississippi and South Louisiana. I mean, we have severe thunderstorm warnings all across at this point, spanning from the Mississippi-Louisiana state line all the way to the Mississippi-Alabama state line, as they're all moving south. See if I can plan this out from a broad sense. The storm will be over Hattiesburg around 4:23, Purvis 4:44, Wiggins 5:10, Leakesville 5:05, Lucedale 5:20, Waynesboro. This says 4:38. Ignore that. It'll be over Waynesboro within the next 15 minutes. That's the general timing for where the storm is going. If you're there in Brookhaven and Wesson, the storm will be over Wesson within the next probably 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Brookhaven 4:10, East Lincoln 4:26, Bogachetta 4:17, Ruth 4:30. A bit farther to the west for the storm that's near Harrisonburg, Louisiana. That storm will be over Natchez 4:20, Fayette 4:39, Roxy 4:46, Meadville 5:01. Remember, if you can, make sure to like and share the live stream. It's the easiest way to get this out to people, especially with this weather starting to really move through our area that we cover here at Magnolia State Weather. We now have reports of home damage. We have, well, not home damage, a couple trees down in Bay Springs. Also, trees down reported by emergency management there in Stringer. Probably more trees down, I'm assuming. Yeah, a couple trees down here off of County Road 8 and County Road 23 there in southern Jasper County. So overall, still, we're seeing plenty of tree damage with these storms as they move through, and that's primarily from the damaging winds. The good thing is it looks like that area of rotation has since kind of fallen apart there in Jasper County, so that would be very good if this rotation just completely fizzles out. I know it's been there for a while, and it's even been chugging through Wayne County at this point, but looks like that area of rotation is hopefully weakening. Yeah, you can't really see it too much on radar anymore. If anything, that broad rotation now expands all the way from Ucutta down to Whistler. Let's see if we can get the view from Hattiesburg. All right, so here's the view from Hattiesburg. This is courtesy of the North Mississippi Storm Chasers. This is what it looks like there from Hattiesburg. You can see a giant shelf cloud beginning to move into the area. The clouds are actually fairly high off the ground. But this is that line of storms that's beginning to move into the Hattiesburg area as it moves off to the south. Right now, probably some heavy winds over eastern Jones County, south of Myrick. More than likely over Tiger Road and Culpeper Road, or Old Culpeper Road. That's about to move into Wayne County. 60-mile-an-hour winds in there. You can see it bright on the radar here, moving off to the south. That's heading towards Richton right now, but some heavy winds definitely there, heading south. If we look at precip over the last hour, I mean, we're seeing numbers up to 2 inches of rain falling within the last hour, maybe 2.5. So we're getting lots of rain very quickly across the area. And so that's pretty good for us here. Total for this storm, I mean, some areas starting to get up near 3 inches of rain. So the more rain we can get, really, the better. I know flash flooding's a problem, but we need this rain to help us out with our drought conditions across Mississippi. We'll switch it back over to the camera here in Hattiesburg for now, just to watch these storms move through. Still no tornado warnings right now, which is pretty good. We'll have to wait and see if we had a tornado go through there near Jasper County and Wayne County. We'll have to see if maybe something weak touched down and just didn't loft debris high enough for the radar to catch it. This is the look from Forest General. Seeing if I can get any news for us here regarding these storms. Oh, my chat went away there for a second. All right, I have new comments now. How's it looking for Lawrence County? I can start answering questions now. Sorry, I lost my chat feed there for a second. For Lawrence County, heavy rain to your north, some lightning. You're in a severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-an-hour winds possible within those storms in there in Lawrence County. For Smithdale, for areas near Smithdale, that's in northern Amite County. You have a storm off to your north, plenty of lightning, and then also a storm off to your north west that's going to possibly bring hail and rain here over the next hour or so. Let's see what else we have. How long is it going to last? I'd say storms should be completely out of here by about 10 p.m. But it's not going to be continuous. You're going to have a storm come through, give you a problem, then possibly another storm later. We'll have to wait and see. Already 64 degrees in Glade, so yeah, quick cool down there already. New severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-an-hour winds there through Wayne County. So even though a tornado might not be in place, now $half size hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds. This is considered considerable. So a little bit higher of a severe thunderstorm warning here in Wayne County. Damaging winds possibly entering Waynesboro here within the next few minutes. How's the weather in Tucker's Crossing? Currently heavy winds, some lightning, heavy rain, some lightning, and then also damaging winds, at least in the area, and some hail to the south of there. What should Lawrence County expect? Damaging winds are possible. We're seeing several trees down across South Mississippi today. Nickel-size hail there in Wayne County. Yeah, looking at the radar, we have these purples. You can see purple on the radar. That usually indicates hail, usually near about a half to an inch in diameter. For the storm there in Wayne County, it'll be over Waynesboro 406, Winchester 413, Buckatuna 423, State Line 434 is the timing there. For the storm moving through Jones County right now, we have Richton 411, Grafton 419, Sandhill 419, Colgreen 427, Wilson 431. For Hattiesburg, a storm up to your north right now over Collins. This will be over Summerall 412, Hattiesburg 415, New Augusta 441, Purvis 431. For areas like Columbia, you have a storm just off to the south of Prentice. This will be over Columbia 416. For areas in southwest Mississippi, a storm about to enter Brookhaven within the next 5 minutes. For Magnolia and Macomb, you got 434, Magnolia 444, Tylertown 457, and then Kentwood probably around 5 o'clock. Next, we have another severe thunderstorm warning just off to the north of Natchez. It's over Highway 425 right now over Clayton, St. John, and Waterproof, moving off to the south towards Natchez. So we'll be over Faraday by 412, Natchez 420. What about Southern Perry County? As of right now, Southern Perry County not in a severe thunderstorm warning, but if these storms continue on in the trajectory they are going, you will get storms there in Southern Perry County probably within the next hour and a half. I'm going to see if I can find any information from these storms right now. Sorry, YouTube, I haven't had the chat working. I haven't really had time to fix it either. Let me see if I can see anything. Here's the view from Hattiesburg. Looks like they're moving around the camera a little bit right now. Penny-sized hell there for Concordian Parish, Tensas Parish, McAdams County, Mississippi, Claiborne County, Mississippi, and Franklin County, Mississippi. Let's see, I still don't have access to the chat or YouTube. Trying to get that loaded. See if I can restart it. Alright, now I have it working. That's good. There were reports of hail and lots of lightning there in Wayne County. Looks like that's the strongest storm right now, is the one that's moving just off to the west of Waynesboro right now. That's over Whistler. Overall, fairly strong storm moving into northern Perry County, moving into Greene County, and moving through central Wayne County right now. 70-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar size hail in that storm. The hail is going to be over Straightsford, over West King, and all the way down towards Hollis Creek right now there in Wayne County. We look in southern Jolens County. These storms look to have weakened a little bit, but definitely some gusty winds possible. They're entering northern or areas north of Hattiesburg near the airport. Here south of Collins over Seminary right now. Looks like we have some hail within this storm, probably near a half inch there near Seminary. But lots of lightning also there. following the Okatoma Creek. Continuing on to the west, near Brookhaven, you have a strong storm to your north of Brookhaven and over Meadville. That's going to move off to the south towards Liberty, into Emmett County, and then into Pike County within the next hour. These storms will continue off to the south. Hail in Myrick right now. Yep, still some hail moving off into Wayne County from Jones County right now. That just moved through. That was just a report of hail. Sorry, not any size on that hail. That just moved through the Myrick community in Jones County. Luckily, no imminent threats right now. We do have damaging winds moving through Wayne County, Jones County, Jeff Davis County, and Covington County right now. That's moving off to the south. Luckily, it looks like the hail threat is kind of diminishing and the wind threat's diminishing a little. But I think what's turning into our primary threat now at this point is going to be damaging hail. We're not seeing anything huge, but so hail a little bit over an inch there towards Myrick. When will the storm be out of Lawrence County? I still think you have roughly an hour and a half till everything really dies down there for Lawrence County. If anyone has any damage pictures, please send them in here on Facebook. Reports of trees down on Red Lick Road outside of Red Lick, Mississippi in Jefferson County. Right now, storms moving into Summerall right now across Highway 42. Conditions about to kind of go downhill in Hattiesburg and Petal here in the next 5 or so minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Damaging winds and hail possible with this line as it moves through Forest and Lamar counties as well as Marion County. The severe thunderstorm warning is 4 quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. So that's what we're sitting down as storms move into this area. And so remember, no tornadoes right now. We're not seeing much rotation on the radar anymore. So that's a very good sign. However, we're now seeing hail become the bigger threat. We've seen hail throughout the area. We saw hail still moving through Wayne County right now, but even small hail can cause a little bit of damage. And so you don't even really have to be in one of these severe thunderstorm warnings to be under a hail core. However, the most hail for right now is going to be here through central Wayne County, moving off to the southeast. And so if you're in Greene County, northern Greene County, I would really consider getting anything under the shed that you can here in the next little bit. So if you're along Highway 42, along Highway 63 there in Greene County, no, these storms will be there within the next 30 minutes. Rough around Woodwards right now. If you're there in Woodwards, probably going to continue getting worse throughout the next several minutes. Here's this big severe thunderstorm warning that includes Prentice, Collins, Sumrall, storms moving into Columbia and Hattiesburg within the next several minutes, moving into Petal as well. Main concern is damaging winds and hail. It's going to get pretty rough there in the Hattiesburg area, but tornadoes are not our concern as of right now. Well, here, look at the lightning trace. Look how much lightning with these storms. You have lots of lightning over the storm there in Wayne County. Not too much lightning in southern Jones County right now, but then lots of lightning south of Prentice and south of Collins with this storm. So it really just shows you how heavy and how strong the storm is that's moving towards Hattiesburg. New update for the severe thunderstorm warning over over in southwest Mississippi. 60-mile-an-hour winds, but only hail up to 3/4 of an inch in diameter expected with that storm. That's for Claiborne County, Lincoln County, and Lawrence County, as well as Franklin County. I think I mentioned Franklin County. Sorry about that. Overall, remember, not worried about tornadoes right now. These are strong thunderstorms that are really going to shake you around a little bit, possibly some lightning, but these could also knock down some trees. For Buckatana, storms are just off to your northeast, really entering through Waynesboro right now. When storms get the Buckatana, it could hit like a freight train with hail and damaging winds. Tornadoes are not really the concern right now. You could still possibly get a spin out, but overall, the primary concern is damaging winds and hail. What about Lawrence County? Storms moving through Lawrence County right now. You won't be clear for about another hour and a half or so. You have some heavy rain north of 84 moving into Monticello right now. So here, look at all this lightning here. What this tells us is this lightning shows us that these are electric thunderstorms, meaning that they're fairly high clouds, meaning that they're supporting lots of heavy rain and hail within these storms. Now, how much of that hail is making it to the ground? Well, that's kind of unknown. Looking at the radar, we can figure out that there's probably some pretty decent hail up to an inch in diameter, maybe a little greater over there in Waynesboro and Wayne County, moving off to the south. We even just got a new Severe thunderstorm warning for Greene County. So the new severe thunderstorm warning includes Richton. Over there in Perry County includes Richton, Hintonville, Benmore, and McSwain in Perry County. And then this includes northern Greene County, which includes Sandhill, Grafton, Cole Green, Wilson, State Line, Errett. So this new severe thunderstorm warning, if you're in this one for Perry County, Greene County, and Wayne County, is for 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. You can see on the radar to the northeast of this warning. Here it is. You got some purples in here on the radar. That indicates to us that there's some small hail in there in this storm, definitely. But there could also be hail up to an inch in diameter with the storm. We can look over to our other severe thunderstorm warnings right now. How long until this weather is out of Smithdale? I still think you have a few more hours. It should definitely be all out of here by 10 p.m. But it should be out of Smithdale before that, looking at the storms right now. Here, give me 2 seconds. Oh, Mike was muted. Sorry. Sorry, I had to grab something real quick. I got brought food. I'm not gonna eat it in the middle of the stream. I'll make sure I do that off camera, but got brought some food, so cannot complain about that. So let's go through these severe thunderstorm warnings right now. You have the one over central Wayne County for 70-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar size hail. That's over Waynesboro right now, over the community of Woodwards, Boyce, even as far south as Clara, Hollis Creek, and Mulberry. That expires in 28 minutes, but really these storms are about to move out of that area. Winchester, this storm's about to move through there in a few minutes. Buckatuna and Errett, you're technically not in a severe thunderstorm warning just yet, but know that these heavy storms are about to enter your area within about the next 5 to 10 minutes. Severe thunderstorm warning there for northern Perry County and southern Wayne County. You still have hail in this storm, definitely. You can see it here. The purple's on the radar. That's directly over Mulberry and Clara and Hollis Creek right now. That expires in 12 minutes. That severe thunderstorm warning will go away here in the next little bit. But storms starting to now move into George County. But they're still moving through central Wayne County right now. So Wayne County not completely out of the woods yet. But for areas near Ukiah in western Wayne County, should start clearing up there within the next few minutes. For areas there in Hattiesburg, I'll pull up the Hattiesburg camera right now. Here's what we're looking at there in Hattiesburg. And so, conditions starting to go down there in Hattiesburg. Should clear up fairly fast after this moves through. You'll have about an hour of heavy rain or so, and then it will clear up there in Hattiesburg. Overall, your primary concerns are 60-mile-an-hour winds and small hail, up to a quarter in diameter, up to about the size of a quarter. Overall, we look at the rotation radar now, the velocity radar. Just not seeing any well-defined areas of rotation all along this line, so that's very good here, meaning that the tornado threat is fairly low across this line, but that does not mean that damage will not take place. You still have the concerns of trees getting knocked down, and those can be knocked down onto houses, so that's still a concern with these storms. Right now, severe thunderstorm warning for Natchez. That's for 60-mile-an-hour winds, but I do think there's a fairly good bit of hail moving into the Natchez area right now, just over the river up to your north and west towards Faraday. So, like I said, no imminent threats of rotation as of right now. Watching this one storm over here near Brookhaven, though. This one is interesting because you can see it here on the radar. You have a supercell here over Brookhaven right now. You can see it here on the radar. I'll circle it in blue so you can see it a little better here. Have the supercell here over Lincoln County and over Brookhaven, and there's some rotation here if we look at it. The velocity, you can see it rotating just over Enterprise right now. I would say for the most part, Waynesboro is in the clear after this passes. There could be another wave, but that's kind of unclear. It doesn't seem too likely. We switch over to the other radar, and you can definitely see something trying to go on here near Hartman, Thayer, and Bogachita. Overall, not looking too healthy right now for this storm, but it looks like some rotation might be trying to form there over Lincoln County. Looking at the debris radar, not seeing anything being lofted, so that would be pretty good. So looking good for now. How's the weather in Gulfport? Right now, you're clear in Gulfport, but these severe storms to your north could reach you here in the next several hours. Conditions not expected to be as bad as they are over South Mississippi right now. You're not expected to have as bad of conditions as what's going on right now there in Gulfport. But severe storms still possible down there near the water. Really just not as much energy there near Gulfport as there is right now over South Mississippi. I'm really curious to know if anything just tried to spin up near Hartman. Got these two pixels next to each other that could just be something on the radar, but that's over Hog Chain Drive southeast. So curious to see if anything just happened right there. Just a little swirl probably that the radar picked up, but not really a sustained area of rotation there. Here's that rotation that we're looking at over Enterprise just outside of Bogachita right now. How long till Bassfield slash Carson is clear? I'd probably give it about another hour to an hour and a half until it starts slacking off really for good. It's going to start clearing up here in a little bit, but I still think you got a little while longer of lightning and moderate rain. You're welcome. Here's what it looks like in Hattiesburg. Not looking too bad there. Overall, it just looks like it's raining there in Hattiesburg. Maybe a few lightning strikes, but really looking at the radar, I'm not seeing anything that's showing us that really gusty winds are going through the hub city anymore right now. Still, that main area of concern is going to be there over Brookhaven and over Wayne County right now, moving into George County. Still watching and seeing if any rotation uh, is trying to form here near Bogachita and East Lincoln, but we're good for now. Looks like these storms are hopefully starting to weaken little by little. Here's what it looks like entering into Greene County. If you're over Pieve or Smithtown, definitely got some gusty winds going on there along Highway 63. I'm more of looking at these storms for any chance of some rotation forming up pretty quickly. Right now looks pretty good across the area. A little watching this rotation over Lincoln County right now, but it's a very kind of weak area of rotation. Just occasional rain and thunder there in Lawrence County right now. You do got another storm moving through. After that, it should start slacking off there in Lawrence County, but still some heavy rain and thunder moving down 27 about to enter Monticello. That's over Rosella and Wanilla right now. What about Wayne County? Is there any more rotation? Not really seeing rotation anymore there in Wayne County. I mean, you have reds and greens against each other, but considering what we had, not really seeing anything in terms of rotation there now. Just a really strong line of winds and hail moving through Wayne County. New special weather statement up to the north, but that includes DeKalb and Scuba. That's for 40-mile-an-hour winds. That's over there in Kemper County. Uh, More damage. Trees down near Moss. Trees down near Oak Bowery. Tornado possible there near Blue Ridge. Multiple trees down on County Road 23 and along Highway 8. Some trees off the road were snapped. Possible tornado. Um, that's near the community of Blue Ridge and Vernon. So that's in southern um, Jasper County. So southern Jasper County is where we're looking at possible tornado. Oh, these are two different reports. One of them is over here near County Road 8 on 31 and 317. The other one is near County Road 23 and County Road 8. So two tornado possible reports along County Road 8. Going to be interesting to see what happens considering they're a little whiles away from each other. Like a tornado wouldn't really move naturally that way to be included in both locations there. So maybe you had two quick tornadoes form up there in Jasper County. Be interesting to see what they say there. I'm going to pull up a camera from Columbia or McGee. If I can. Actually, we don't have anything over there. Let's see if I have anything here. Maybe looking north of Macomb. Alright, this is a pretty decent view. So what it looks like currently in Macomb. See storms a little bit off to the north there. We'll keep watching this MDOT traffic cam. See what happens there. Sorry, trying to see if we have any new damage reports. I'm not seeing anything right now. These are continuing on to the south as of right now. Still got that storm moving through southern Lincoln County right now, moving into Ruth along Highway 583 right now. Looks like gusty winds are going to be the concern there as this moves off eventually into Pike County and into Wathall County, as well as southern Lawrence County. Here's the good news for everyone watching that's been here with Magnolia State Weather for a while. Since we're starting to get some sponsorships, which is helping us to finally get some money into the system, we're going to be able to upgrade the product that we're giving every day, just gaining it little by little. The plan is by August, we're hopefully going to have a full green screen setup going. Hopefully some microphones connected to me, and hopefully Jake and whoever else is helping me, so that it will help the product a lot. I'll actually be standing on a green screen doing the weather for you, so it'll look a lot better too, and it'll be easier for us to give you information. So that's just a little update there. But very excited to see where we're going, considering we're starting to get our sponsors, starting to get things going. Um, very thankful for people that are starting to look into sponsorships with us. I know it's not perfect right now, but the money's going to be able to be put back into the company. That's going to give us better information to you all here. Getting loud in northern Lawrence County, just rain and thunder. Possibly some gusty winds still coming for northern Lawrence County, but should just stay heavy rain and thunder. That's what it's looking like according to Velocity. You might get one last wind gust here in the next few minutes. So we'll see if we have a tornado there for southern Jasper County. So like I said, debris was never picked up on the radar, but sometimes you get the weak EF0, maybe even EF1 tornado, doesn't loft debris up high enough for the radar to pick it up. So you kind of just go with you kind of just get a tornado that touches down and no debris gets lifted by the radar, or no debris gets noticed by the radar. So that could be the current situation that's going on there in southern Jasper County. Maybe a weak tornado did touch down. Remember, if you're watching our continued coverage of just these severe thunderstorms moving across the area, we're live on YouTube. If you want to put us on a TV, look up Magnolia State Weather on YouTube, and you can follow us there. Easy to put us on a TV. You can subscribe to us. And if you're watching on YouTube, all of our posts are mostly on Facebook. We're also live over on Facebook. So if you want updates for South Mississippi, Central Mississippi weather, as well as Southern Louisiana weather, make sure to go follow us on Facebook. Enjoying watching the YouTube channel start to grow little by little as we get people over there. Let's see, trying to see if I can get this live stream pulled back up. Sorry. There we go. Here's the view from Macomb still. Look at this. You can see the storm moving through. Macomb, just off to the north, is where this storm is moving through. So we're going to get a nice view from this MDOT traffic cam with this one. I'll have to leave it here. We'll look at this storm as it moves north of Macomb. I have some lowering here, but I think that's just normal stuff. I don't think that's anything to be concerned about. And so that's sometimes what we call an SCL, a scary looking cloud. Overall, I don't think that's anything to be concerned about. Just overall, a shelf cloud moving into Macomb right now, which means that heavy rain and gusty winds possible behind this cloud once it moves through. The severe thunderstorm warnings for Prentiss and Collins have been allowed to be cut off, so that's what we go there. For you there in Smithdale, the line has not moved through yet. Here's what it looks like on a radar. Still, you got plenty of heavy rain and lightning off to your north. That's moving down to the south. I don't know if it will stay severe thunderstorm warned when it gets there towards the Smithdale area, but for now, it looks like storms are weakening along this line. Still very strong winds now going across Highway 42 here in northern Greene County. Here you can see it across Highway 42. This is just near Carson City, between the community of Carson City and Kittrell. Kind of over those areas, over Highway 42 right now. Moving off to the south towards Old Avera and Clark. Let's go ahead and let's see what times it will reach places in front of it. Oops, sorry, let's retry that. So this will be over Old Alvera 443, Clark 447. Those damaging winds currently over Highway 42, crossing over Dearman Road right now in northern northern Greene County. That will continue to move off to the south towards Leakesville. Over here in Wayne County, if we switch back to the reflectivity, heavy rain over eastern Wayne County. That's currently over Highway 45, entering into Buckatana, about to enter into Arrett, moving off to the east. And so this will eventually move into Alabama. Severe thunderstorm warning already in place for Choctaw County, Alabama. That storm is moving to the east, so soon in eastern Wayne County, you're going to be clearing out. Some lingering rain behind the line, but going to be clearing out there in Wayne County here before the next little bit. Report from Sandersville. Video of at least 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and parts of trees breaking off. That's in Sandersville in Jones County. So we officially have some damage reported, or at least wind gust storm reports reported there in Sandersville. I know it got pretty sketchy there in southern Jasper County and northern Jones County. It got pretty rough there for a little bit. New severe thunderstorm warning that includes Summit, Macomb, Sartonville, Darburn, and Salem. This is in northern Pike County and northern Marion County. Includes Highway 570, Highway 44, Highway 583, and Highway 27. Once again, like I said, for 60-mile-an-hour winds with that one. The storm's about to move through, crossing over the Lincoln County, Pike County line right now over Ruth and Bristerville. Still got some more storm reports. Trees down in West Lincoln. They're in Lincoln County. A few trees down outside of town in Brookhaven. And then also a few trees down in the northwestern portion of Lincoln County as well. Still plenty of lightning with these storms. If lightning strikes something, of course, it can destroy trees. Here's the look in Macomb. It's getting pretty gusty there. Look at the trees down here. Let me get that. Look at the trees down here. Definitely starting to shake around. You can see the camera shaking around a good bit now. So this is the wind gusts that are beginning to move into Macomb right now. Luckily, looks like these storms have fallen apart a little bit, but still, gusty winds and heavy rain is your primary concern right now. Lightning cannot be ruled out. And this will be so much easier when we get the green screen going. We can put the camera across the whole screen. I can walk in front of it, point to stuff for you. I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for us to get a little more funding from sponsors so that we can now get the green screen and get the microphones and get everything going. I'm truly excited for where Magnolia State Weather is going here within the next year. Hopefully we can pick up some more sponsorship to bring in some money, because the more sponsorship we get, the better we can improve our weather coverage to keep you safe. And hopefully that draws in a few more sponsors. I know sponsorship can be annoying, but that's how it is. But speaking of our sponsor, our newest sponsor starting yesterday, we're in the Appo Roofing and Construction Weather Center. If you have storm damage from this event in Jones County or in southern Jasper County, call 601-498-1546. They will help you along the way. Free financing, not free financing, but they have financing available. They'll work with your insurance with the storm. They'll help cover your house with a tarp. They'll work with you through that whole process there with Appo Roofing and Construction. So give them a call if you have damage here across Mississippi. I thank them. That's our first ever sponsor here at Magnolia State Weather, so it really means a lot to me, and I'm ready to see how we grow here. Still looking at the camera here from Macomb. Still watching that tree over. Let's see what direction I am. Oh, I'm getting turned around that way. That tree over there in the corner of the screen. You can see it shaking around right now, so definitely gusty winds moving into Macomb, courtesy of MDOT traffic. Looking at the radar, a new special weather statement included for Columbia, Purvis. This is areas south of Hattiesburg, across the Highway 98 corridor, across Highway 49 in Forest County, goes all the way down to Lumberton there in southern Forest County. That expires in 46 minutes. 40-mile-an-hour winds and pea-size hail possible with this one. So that's what we have now. So remember how I was saying those storms were weakening as they were approaching Hattiesburg and Columbia? It looks like the National Weather Service agrees. No more severe thunderstorm warning for Hattiesburg, Sumrall, or Columbia. Now just a special weather statement. So that means these storms have weakened now below severe standards. Still gusty winds up in there, possibly up to 40 miles an hour, but just heavy rain and lightning being the main concerns now. We're not looking at severe weather there across the hub city all the way to Columbia for right now. We do still have some severe thunderstorm warnings, though. One of those for eastern Wayne County, the other one's for northern George County. Both of those are for quarter size hail, so hail the size of a quarter and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. But another thing I want to guarantee you is there are some gusty winds in this line there in northern George County. That storm currently right over Carson City and Old Avera right now. Let's actually plan out this line as it moves off to the south. What communities this will be near. There we go. This will be over Clark, 453, Epworth, 504, Escatawpa, 506. That's in Alabama. Burbank, 509, Deer Park, 515. Wally, 509. They said the sirens just went off in Summit. Do they issue the tornado sirens for a severe thunderstorm warning? Because the only thing going on in Summit's a severe thunderstorm warning. There's no tornado warning there at Summit. I don't necessarily know why the sirens would be going off in Summit. Really, there's only a severe thunderstorm warning right now, and I really think that storms have weakened to near or below severe standards there near Summit. So very interesting that the sirens are going off there. No tornado warning right now. I guess I can just assume that this means that they issue the sirens for severe thunderstorm warnings. One thing interesting is the county I'm from, Jones County, actually got rid of their siren program. And so right now they're not funding the sirens. They're using a text system right now. Some controversy in that one. I'm working with the people of Jones County. I'm right now taking polls, trying to get information and trying to get the sirens brought back to Jones County. I think that's still an important thing. So I'm gonna keep working to try to push for tornado sirens back in Jones County. Let's hope that goes well over the summer while I'm back home. Here's still a look from Macomb. Gusty wind shaking around the camera. You can see it with the tree down in the corner of the screen. So definitely some gusty winds, probably pushing you around out there. But overall, looks like conditions have fallen below severe standards there. It's still in a severe thunderstorm warning, but there's nothing telling me that we're still seeing very strong storms there in Macomb. Here's what it looks like on radar. You can see the orange polygon all the way from Natchez over to Monticello down to Macomb. That's a severe thunderstorm warning, but really, I think storms have weakened since. You have two areas that still might be near there. You have one storm in southern Lawrence County with lots of lightning, but overall not seeing anything that's suggesting that there's large hail or gusty winds in there. But then you have the other storm between Natchez and Fayette moving off to the south towards Meadville and Gloucester. If I try to get timing on that one, that would be near Roxy 457, Meadville 511, Homachita 519, Macomb 557, Magnolia 602 is that current estimated timing. The argument for the tornado sirens going away was like costs. I don't really see that being a legitimate argument. It was cost, and then it was also like they said that people don't really get alerted from that. So I don't know. Interesting arguments there with the sirens. New severe thunderstorm warning. This includes Columbia and Purvis, so the areas that just got removed from a severe thunderstorm warning. A new one for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And so I'm pretty sure that's for that storm over southern Lawrence County that's moving off to the south. Estimated timing on that is Columbia 5:14, Purvis 5:52. Looks like we have some large hail here over Greene County. This is between Carson City and Old Alvara. Over Willie Kittrell Road, just to the north of Indian Hill Road and Old Alvara Road, moving off to the south. This will cross over Clark here very soon, and will eventually cross over Highway 57, looking to cross north of Leakesville. If you're in Leakesville and looking up to the north, though, probably lots of lightning north there. The severe thunderstorm warning says 70-mile-an-hour winds and ping pong ball size hail possible on that storm there in northern George County. So that is a very considerable severe thunderstorm warning there for northern George. Not northern George, northern Greene. I always say George, and I don't know why. That is Greene County. I get Greene and George County flip flopped every now and then. I think it's because I have a buddy that's from George County. Let's see if we can get a camera on one of these. I wish we had a camera near Columbia. I think the camera near Osaka might be a good view. Let's see what we got here. See if we got anything. Whoops. Let's see. All right, I don't have anything right now. I'm not finding much. I guess I got a camera from Loosedale. But not really a good view. Kind of running out of camera options here. Here's the view from Osaka. This will be a fairly nice view. You can see the storm off in the distance moving up. So that's showing storms a little bit north of Osaka. That's at the state line. Storms about 15 to 20 miles north of that area. Back to the radar, though, a new special weather statement for New Augusta, for Beaumont, for southern Perry County, as well as southern Greene County and northern George County. That's along the Highway 98 corridor. This includes 50-mile-an-hour winds and half-inch size hail. Right now, still sitting with 9 severe thunderstorm warnings across the country. I believe 6 of those are in the state of Mississippi. New severe thunderstorm warning. This includes Leakesville and areas just north of Loosedale. This includes most of Greene County. This also includes Centronell, Alabama, and is along the Highway 45 corridor all the way from state line down to Centronell, Alabama. And so in here is 70-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar size hail. That'll reach Leakesville by 510, Centronell 528, Mount Vernon 545. And if it continues on, this will eventually reach Mobile, Alabama. Here's still the view from Osaka looking up to the north. If we had a camera there in Leakesville, we'd be in very good shape. I need to really figure out where we can start putting cameras that would really help us out across South Mississippi. I think a nice camera in Leakesville would probably be pretty nice down there in Greene County. Get one in Leakesville, maybe get one out near Waynesboro, maybe out towards Whistler. Throw a camera out there near Liberty, out there in Amite County. Get some cameras out there in hard to reach areas. So here's what we look at for those storms near Natchez and Fayette. This now reached Roxy over near Highway 33, about to enter towards Meadville, and that's going to continue off to the south towards Liberty. If I can get some timing on this one, it'll be over. Let's see, Meadville 513, Rosetta 515, Bude 517, Homachita National Forest 519, Liberty 539, Auburn 541, Summit 555, Macomb 558, Magnolia 603, Smithdale 536, Mount Olive 533, Hustler 537. That's our timing on this next storm that's currently there near Natchez. 60-mile-an-hour winds and lightning is going to be the primary concern there. Back over here towards Leakesville, this is where this very strong storm is. Once again, going to be over Leakesville within the next few minutes. 5:11, the estimated time there. Centronel by 5:30. We're looking at the Osika camera right now. Storm's really starting to move in towards Louisiana at this point, towards the Florida parishes. But luckily, storm's still trying to weaken as they move farther south. They haven't weakened completely. Still several severe thunderstorm warnings across the area. One of those moving towards Leakesville, Mississippi, and Centronel, Alabama. Places like Chatham, Milry, and Silas, conditions probably starting to go downhill here in the next few minutes. All right, there we go. New severe thunderstorm warning in southwestern Mississippi. This includes a lot of places. Huge severe thunderstorm warning here. Includes Woodville, Centreville, Gloucester, Liberty, Macomb, and Magnolia. That's for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Some small hail in there, but not large enough for the severe thunderstorm warning. This is simply for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Heavy rain and hail also there in this storm. So that includes almost all of Wilkinson County. I think that's, yeah, all of Wilkinson County, includes all of Amite County, and includes the southern half of Pike County. Here's a view from Osaka that's now in that severe thunderstorm warning. You can see it now. Big line of clouds in the distance as the storm moves to the south. As conditions are going to get closer and closer and closer to Osaka here in the next about 30 to 45 minutes. Marion County, Sandy Hook area. Tweaking out. Sandy Hook area down there near the Mississippi Louisiana state line. Storms off to your north right now. You might get placed under a severe thunderstorm warning here in a little bit, but 60-mile-an-hour winds are going to be your primary concern. Not looking too bad as of right now, at least. Yeah, it looks like it got pretty rough up there in Jasper County. There's several reports of trees down. I unfortunately missed the first little bit of these storms moving through because I was in class. I literally had to run here to the studio because a tornado warning came up there as the storm was moving over Heidelberg. It is a severe thunderstorm warning. What I was trying to communicate is the severe thunderstorm is only for wind right now. It's for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Usually, it's either for hail or wind, but this is only for wind. So the hail is not to severe standards in this storm, but the wind is, which is 60-mile-an-hour winds. Now, you might not see 60-mile-an-hour winds. It just means that somewhere in this storm, 60-mile-an-hour winds are possible. Here, let me switch back over to this camera, the MDOT traffic cam, real quick there in Osaka. Let me refresh the radar here. Sorry if you hear my chair in the background. Hopefully sometime soon, whenever I get a new chair, but let's ignore that. I've had this chair for so many years. Sometimes you just break it in and it feels nice. But whenever I get a new chair and whenever we get the green screen going, you won't have to hear all those creaks and all in the background. But also, I'll have a mic hopefully on me at some point. A new severe thunderstorm warning. That's all the way through southern Marion County. Oh, Sandy Hook's in a severe thunderstorm warning now. Sorry. That's all the way through southern Wathall County and even into parts of let's see, even into parts of Washington Parish. And so that's for 60-mile-an-hour winds as well. It looks like we're not seeing as much hail now with this storm, but damaging winds is the primary concern all the way from the Mississippi-Louisiana state line all the way across the Mississippi-Louisiana state line. And so 60-mile-an-hour winds is the primary concern, hail not being the main concern right now. This is where you look with the severe thunderstorm warnings. All of these severe thunderstorm warnings are for 60-mile-an-hour winds, not for damaging hail. Hail is still possible, but not likely. Or, well, damaging hail is still possible, but not likely. There's still some pea-sized hail in these storms. What I just see is Jasper done for the night. I'd say you're still going to have some lingering moderate rain for the next little bit, but I'd say for the most part, this storm is probably taking out most of the energy. You might get another wave of heavy rain later, maybe a thunderstorm possible, but I don't really see another severe weather wave coming through. Still tracking this storm nearing Leakesville. Going to be over Leakesville in the next few minutes. So Leakesville 518, Central now 529, Mount Vernon 547, Saraland 6 o'clock is kind of what we're seeing for that storm as it starts to move into Alabama. Yes, this storm is weakening. It's still technically severe, but we're not seeing the large hail really be a factor with this storm much anymore as it approaches you there in Smithdale. This is a perfect time to talk about our latest sponsor here at Magnolia State Weather, Apo Roofing and Construction. They will help you with your damage across the state. If you have any weather damage, they will work with you with your insurance. And if you need a free tarping, call them. They also give you free estimates, 601-498-1546, based in Laurel, Mississippi, but covers the entire state. So you have this main complex over southwest Mississippi moving into the Florida parishes of Louisiana right now. Here's that main complex right now over there. But then you also have this kind of stronger line entering Alabama right now over towards Leakesville. I'm going to focus on this Leakesville storm for right now until it moves into Alabama. This is the strongest storm we have so far. And it's starting to reach Leakesville right now. It is right now over the community of Jonathan and Clark. See if I can see anything. Is Columbia just getting started? Yes. You still have a lot of lightning and heavy rain moving into your area. Maybe some small hail as well. Would you say? Yeah, no, I'm not worried about the tornado threat at all. I think that any chance of tornadoes across Mississippi has kind of diminished at this point. We might have had a spin up or two there over southern Jasper County, but I think our tornado threat for the night is gone. After the slam moves through, is that all for the rest of the night? More than likely. I mean, another thunderstorm can't be ruled out, but more than likely. Here, let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's look at the HRRR for the rest of the night. So here it shows our storms. This is a little old, but it shows those storms over South Mississippi right now, and then shows that's probably it for the rest of the night. The next wave would be maybe early tomorrow morning. I mean, I think we're done for the most part here after this wave passes. Then again, HRRR is showing maybe another wave moving through around 3 a.m. So really, I think we'll have to wait and see. After this first wave moves through, I'll let you know. I mean, but the HRRR picking up on maybe another wave. This is sitting at 4 a.m. So I'd have to wake up and get ready for this one. This shows another wave moving through at 4 a.m. Not sure how much fuel that wave's going to have. I guess we can go ahead and look at it. Here's the dew point shown by the HRRR. This is kind of your amount of moisture over Mississippi. I'll kind of zoom out, but here's Mississippi. Those storms move through for now, but then there's still enough lingering moisture that storms can continue to form across the area. Let's look at temperatures. Temperatures cool down here, and then you have another wave come through. I don't know how likely it is that second wave comes through. HRRR has it picked up. I'll look at the supercell composite. You have that wave. The next wave is barely even picked up, so it might just be thunderstorms that move through this morning. Not really seeing a whole lot in terms of energy for storms to use. Like, I think anything that moves through in the early morning hours is going to probably be weak. All right, Lumberton. Right now, storms off to your north there in Lumberton. You're in a severe thunderstorm warning. That's for storms currently over Columbia, moving off to the southeast towards Lumberton. This is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So no storms are off to your north there in Lumberton. You got a little bit of time before those storms get there. Summit, Mississippi. Should start clearing up there near Summit. You have another wave, though, between you and Natchez right now of thunderstorms that has possibly some gusty winds in there. There's more coming at 4 a.m. The models are picking up on it, but it wouldn't be severe weather. That looks to just be thunderstorms that would move through at about 4 in the morning. So just some rain showers and thunderstorms is what it's looking like there for the early morning hours, if it makes it there. I actually want to look at a different model real quick. Let's look at the NAM 3K, see what it's picking up. So yeah, this even shows another wave moving through at 4 to 5 a.m. It still looks to be mostly thunderstorms, not really any severe weather that I'm seeing there. I mean, I'm not seeing anything, just maybe thunderstorms moving through in the morning. Forecast for Brookhaven. Let's see. There for Brookhaven, you'll be good for the next little while. I think it'll start dying down until the morning hours whenever you see that other wave of just thunderstorms coming through. Not really severe weather expected there. Franklin County. I mean, you have it coming a flood there, and yeah, plenty of lightning right there with these storms moving through. Right now, not showing severe for Franklin County, but after this storm moves through, you'll get a break until the morning whenever some more just thunderstorms moves through. It's not looking like severe weather. Another severe weather wave will move through, just thunderstorms there. Storms beginning to move into Loosedale. Damaging winds is the concern there. Here's the view from Osaka as storms move towards the Mississippi-Louisiana border. I want to stick with this camera for a second just because, I mean, it looks beautiful. I'm not going to lie. It looks absolutely beautiful as storms are moving off to the south here. Look at this. You can see the shelf cloud moving in here. This is the base of the shelf cloud as it moves in. If it had an even wider shot, it'd look even better. And so that's a nice look there into that storm. And so still, my primary concern is still going to be the storm over here near Leakesville. Looks like damaging winds and hail are the most likely here through central and southern George County. And so that's right now over Neely, over Wilson, and over McLean. Sorry, I had to answer a question. But yeah, that's over Highway 63 right now, over the communities of Wilson, Neely, and McLean. Moving off to the southeast. Sorry, I don't know what the mic is picking up. It's picking up some weird sounds. I gotta fix that. Try to fix that on the microphone. Maybe just invest in a new mic. Sorry if there's any like squeaking noises that's coming through. Um, I'll try to fix that at some point. I might just have to get a microphone that connects near my face to fix that. But sorry about that. I know this chair's a little squeaky. I don't know if that's it. It could quite possibly be. Oh wow, switched over to it perfectly when we got that lightning strike. So yes, definitely cloud to ground lightning there. Uh, in Pike County. These storms moving into the Florida parishes of Louisiana here very soon. More reports here in Sandersville. Um, Jones County emergency response reports that a tree fell on a house located on Bonner Road. Also, multiple trees and power lines down northeast of Sandersville. So, trees on a home. They're just to the north of Sandersville. So here's what I ask: if you're still watching the live stream, please like and share the live stream. It'll help us get a few more viewers, more people knowing that our channel is here. It'll help us in that regard. But if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get our YouTube page going. I think we've really doubled our subscriber count in the last few days, so that's very nice. Here's something interesting. A little area of rotation forming here outside of McLean, to the west of Leakesville. Little area of rotation, not really anything out of the ordinary, but something, a little blip on the radar there. As you can see this storm trying to take a shape here as it nears Leakesville, and that's kind of huge considering the fact it is now clear behind the storm over southern Perry County. So maybe this storm might try to rotate a little bit. We'll have to see what happens there. Let me try to fix something here real quick. So once again, here's the view there from Osaka as that storm kind of starts to move in. It is falling apart there in southwestern Mississippi. Still some of it there with gusty winds and hail, but overall these storms look to be weakening as they move farther and farther south, except for the storms now over Columbia, Tylertown, and moving towards Purvis, and the storm over towards Leakesville. More of the storms over towards Wilkinson and Amite County. No, up there in Greenville, you should be good for now. I mean, you might have some thunderstorms move through in the early morning hours around 2, 3, 4 a.m. is I think the timing on that. But I don't think severe weather is not really expected up there in Greenville. Just some showers and thunderstorms possible in the morning hours. I'm trying to get something figured out for you guys here in just a second. Trying to find. Uh, oh, it looks like the camera paused. All right. Golly, yeah. I know yesterday up there in Greenville, it was sketchy last night. I haven't edited the video yet, but I'm gonna post something later that shows those conditions that went on near Greenville last night because I recorded the live stream portion of that. It was rough. When I tell you it was rough, I mean 80-mile-an-hour winds for sure from the MDOT traffic cams we got there. I just posted a link to the Facebook chat. That is for 99 cents a month. You can support us here on Facebook, only $1 a month, so that's $12 a year. That money would go directly towards Magnolia State Weather in terms of getting some equipment and helping pay for some subscriptions we need and we pay for. That's our subscriber link. You don't really get any benefit to that right now. I'm just going to be honest. We're working on a system now that's going to give you some extra graphics maybe from that subscriber hub. Nothing that's going to be different though. Maybe just a zoomed in area of some of our risk maps. But over there for $1 a month, you can support us on Facebook as a subscriber. It's not a whole lot, but if we can get 1,000 people to subscribe for $1 a month, that eventually adds up. Very huge for us here to invest back into our equipment. So, anyways, if you want to, you can subscribe at that link I put in the chat. What to expect tomorrow? I think only those thunderstorms in the early morning hours, and that's it. I don't really think anything else is expected. I'll have to look at that later and look at the forecast, but is this camera still paused? Did that camera just go out? Let's retry this. Here's the camera. Let's see if I can look at this in Leaksville. Nope. Nope. No good camera views there. Yep. Okay, we're back on this camera here in Osaka. So still 4 severe thunderstorm warnings across the state of Mississippi. One of those into Louisiana. That's for storms moving through Tylertown right now. Columbia, Purvis. That's what we're looking at for now. Severe thunderstorm warnings through Wilkinson County, Mitt County, Pike County. Basically, all the way from the Mississippi-Louisiana state line south of Natchez, all the way to just outside of Hattiesburg, there's a whole severe thunderstorm warning for damaging winds. Really, we'll see if they start deleting some of those warnings because maybe those storms have fallen below severe standards. We then have a special weather statement south of Hattiesburg. That was for, I think, 40 to 50 mile an hour winds and pea-size hail with those storms. But overall, these storms have weakened south of Hattiesburg. The special weather statements will be allowed to expire in 6 minutes. But then also, severe thunderstorm warning that includes Leaksville and Greene County as well as northern George County. Right now, there's some rotation on this storm, but nothing that's too concerning for now. That storm with 70-mile-an-hour winds, like I said, considered a considerable damage threat. Did this storm take all of the energy? Not all of it, but most of it. There's not going to really be enough energy for a second wave of severe weather, I don't believe, unless something holds on to a boundary. And so that's why really only thunderstorms and rain showers are expected with the wave that'll come through in the early morning hours. That's if storms initiate. Sometimes you never know. Or he's still taking some bites of dinner off on the side because we're not really too concerned about storms moving through right now. Definitely some severe weather moving through. Yes, I believe so. I think that's a yes for both of those questions regarding Lawrence County. Not saying you won't see another storm tonight, but severe thunderstorms are looking unlikely for that wave in the morning hours. So, severe thunderstorms not far from Louisiana and Bogalusa and Picayune. Right now, timing on that is 5:54 for uh, Varnado. We have 5:52 Bogalusa, Poplarville 601, Picayune 622. Really, I think it'll reach Poplarville a few more minutes before 601. So I'd say more like 5:50 there for Poplarville. So let's take a brief overview of what's going on right now. A severe thunderstorm warning that expires in 30 minutes for Wilkinson County, Amite County, and Pike counties. That includes Woodville, Centreville, Gloucester, Liberty, Magnolia, and Macomb. That's for a storm off to your north. That's moving off to the south is for 60-mile-an-hour winds. So timing on that one is Woodville 550, Gloucester 544, Centreville 550, Liberty, let's say 545 for you as well. Next, you have another severe weather or severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds over Tylertown. That's moving off to the south towards Franklinton, Varnado, and Bogalusa. That'll be over Thomas at 536, Varnado 552. Next, you have another severe thunderstorm warning here for southern Marion County and right now over Lamar County right now for 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's moving off to the south, about to enter Lumberton right now. That'll be over Poplarville about 550. Next up is the final severe thunderstorm warning in Mississippi, which is over outside of Leakesville. Got a little rotation with this one going on right now. Not too big of a concern. That's over southern Greene County right now, about to move into northeastern George County. We look at the velocity on this one. You got a little disturbance in the line here, just to the northwest of the community of Vernal. That's moving off to the southwest. This will near Loosedale, probably in about 30 to 45 minutes. Here's the view from Osaka again. If that tells you how these storms have been doing, I mean it's still moving around a little bit on that camera there near Osaka, but overall storms just have not reached this camera yet. They've weakened. That storm not looking nearly as strong as it did earlier. We'll see if they extend these severe thunderstorm warnings through Washington Parish and through Pearl River County. And then we'll also see if they expand the severe thunderstorm warnings over in Wilkinson County and Emmett County. If they'll expand those down through Tangipahoa Parish, um, St. Helena Parish. I'm trying to remember these parish names. Still got to remember those. I got to go and study those for now. The storm's still holding on over Lucedale, or Leakesville, sorry, and moving towards Vernal. So if you're there in southern Greene County, conditions still expected to go downhill soon. Only 60-mile-an-hour winds are now the main concern with this line. No longer 70-mile-an-hour winds expected with this one. Getting really dark near New Augusta, near the Janus. Oh, I see. Yeah, you have some rain up to your north, but the primary issue is going to be off to your northwest with this line that's moving into Purvis right now. Looks like gusty winds will be the main concern with that. Not looking like there's much hail with that one on the radar, but we'll see if the National Weather Service extends the severe thunderstorm warning into your area there for southern Perry County. If you're just now watching on YouTube for the first time, uh, ask questions in the chat. I'm open to answering questions, especially whenever stuff's kind of quieting just a little bit. Severe thunderstorm warnings. I mean, sure we can cover them, but at the end of the day, they are usually only severe thunderstorm warnings. So gusty winds and some hail in there, sure. But I think most people understand where the severe thunderstorm warning conditions can go downhill fairly quick. It's not like we're covering tornado warnings right now. But this is the best time for us to start asking questions and answering questions. Let me get another camera up here. Let's see if I can find anything. This Osaka camera's starting to clear out now. Let's see if I see anything anywhere else. This is what it currently looks like in Hattiesburg. Has really started to clear out there. Getting really cloudy in Gulfport. How's the weather? Um, Storm's still way up to your north for right now. Haven't even made it to Wiggins, um, or Poplarville yet. So they're in Gulfport. You still got a little while. Still, these storms could reach you. They're still expected to weaken before they get to you. Not as much fuel down there for these storms, but still possible that these severe storms get to you down there. Overall, you still have an hour and a half, maybe, until storms get there. Still watching this little rotation here over southern Greene County, seeing if this storm's trying to do anything. We can look at the echo tops and see how tall this thunderstorm is. Not nearly as tall as it was earlier. Not too long ago, this storm was up to 51,000 feet. And so since then, it's now only up to 41,000 feet, um, just north of Lakesville. So what that tells me is that storm's dying out. I've been forgetting to look at the echo tops to see how these storms are doing. Uh, right now, the most concerning storm is this one north of Columbia, moving through Columbia. That looks to be one of the more dominant storms right now. As long as the storm over, as well as the storm over near Natchez, um, since that one uh, is up to 47,000 feet right now. The one over Columbia is up to 51,000 feet. So that really just shows us how strong the updrafts on these storms are. Really shows us how tall. The taller the storm, usually the stronger, and so that's why we look at echo tops to see how tall these storms are. But overall, storm over near Leaksville's trying to weaken, uh, but overall still kind of packing a punch over there. Here's the conditions from Hattiesburg. Still looks like rain starting to kind of move out. Looks like we're about to have another quick burst come through, another quick dash of heavy rain come through Hattiesburg, maybe some more lightning. But overall, looks like Hattiesburg should be good in terms of severe weather for the rest of the night until about 4 a.m. when that next wave is going to come through. New special weather statement for Magnolia, Macomb, Kentwood, and Franklinton there in Louisiana. That expires in 21 minutes. That's for 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Still, the strongest storm looks to be over there near Leaksville. Rotation not really able to form together over there, but for the most part, that storm still Still going as it nears Centronel, Loosedale, and will eventually go towards Mobile. Now, I do believe by the time this storm gets down to Mobile, it will have weakened. All because these storms are starting to fall behind the boundary now that's moving off to the south just a little quicker than them. So they're starting to lose their lift. National Weather Service has not extended this severe thunderstorm watch that expires in 5 minutes for Marion and Forest counties. Or, sorry, Lamar County, not Forest County. We'll see what they do there. Severe thunderstorm warning there over Greene County and George County expires in 5 minutes. So we'll start seeing new severe thunderstorm warnings getting issued here soon across Mississippi if they're needed. Y'all get to say goodbye to the hair soon. Getting it back cut short. Finally able to go back to the barber. Since my barber is 2.5 hours away, I only use him. I only trust him on my curls. It looks fine, but it's getting a little long. I wanted to get it back short, make it look a little better. The curls are going to cut back down here soon. Speaking of, new severe thunderstorm warning now issued through Loosedale and through Centronel. Expires in 48 minutes, so that expires at let's see. Whoops, expires at 6:30 for a severe thunderstorm located on a line extending from 3 miles northeast of Bleaksville to 15 miles east of McLean. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail expected with this storm. So let's go ahead. Let's plan this one out a little more. We're looking at Centronel. This shows 6 o'clock. I think it'll be a little earlier than 6 o'clock there for Centronel. 6:14 for Sims. 6:22 for Saraland. 6:27 for Pritchard. 6:33 for Mobile. Now that's if the storm is still moving at about 40 miles an hour. This shows it's moving. Yeah, this is moving at 25 right now, so it's even slower. So let's slow this down. That's going to actually be a way slower than I initially thought. So Sims 6:30, Saraland 6:45. Not 6:45. What? Simmons 6:30, Saraland 6:42, Chickasaw 6:47, Pritchard 6:49, Mobile 6:58. I am trying to just find things to talk about at this point. So here's what it looks like's happening. Looks like they're going to allow the severe thunderstorm warning that's over Columbia and Purvis, which is Marion and Lamar counties. They're going to allow that one to expire. But a new special weather statement now that includes Bogalusa and Poplarville. So that includes Washington Parish in Louisiana, as well as Pearl River County in Mississippi. And so that is going to be for 50-mile-an-hour winds and pea-size hail. Sorry. And so that'll be over Vernado 601 or in the next 5 to 10 minutes, really. Poplarville 609, Bogalusa 612. The community of Sun 633 is when that special weather statement and that storm will get to you. A new special weather statement that includes Macomb, Magnolia, Tylertown, Franklinton, Kentwood. So that's across the Mississippi and Louisiana state line. That expires in 16 minutes. That's for 50-mile-an-hour winds. So it looks like we'll cut down on some of these severe thunderstorm warnings here in a second, and we'll go down to 2. So that means we'll go down the 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. There we go. Those 2 were allowed to expire. A new special weather statement across central and southern Forest County. So that's anywhere south of Hattiesburg for 40-mile-an-hour winds. That expires at 6:15. So So that expires in 30 minutes. It's moving right now into Brooklyn and into the Highway 49 corridor right now. So now we'll go back and forth between these two severe thunderstorm warnings. You do have that special weather statement for Jackson, Alabama. I'll allow people in Alabama to cover that storm. 50-mile-an-hour winds and 3/4 of an inch size hail near Jackson. That's over in Alabama. So that severe thunderstorm warning for Lucedale and Central. I had the rough timing on that one. I'll do it again. So Lucedale by 6. I'd really say 6 o'clock for Lucedale. That storm will reach you by then. Central 6 o'clock as well. The timing for these storms is kind of weird around the introduction of the line here. Gotta figure out if they can fix that or not. Sims 6:33, Saraland 6:43. Go back and look at this storm over here in Wilkinson and Amite County. Simply 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny-size hail over there with that storm. We look at it, that's over Gloucester right now, heading to the south towards Centreville. Looking at the velocity, nothing too out of the ordinary. Maybe some gusty winds over Busy Corner right now. But overall, across most of Mississippi, you're fine for now. Like let's take a look here. If you're behind this line, so Natchez, Brookhaven, Laurel, even starting to be Hattiesburg, if you're north of that line, north of this line, in the area I've circled, you're good. The next wave of weather would be in the morning at about 2 to 4 a.m., and that's just going to be, at the most, probably a thunderstorm, nothing severe. They just cut down this severe thunderstorm warning. They've now gotten rid of most of the area here over Wilkinson County. So that severe thunderstorm warning now kind of cuts off at Rosetta and Centreville there for Wilkinson County. So now only Crosby, Gloucester, Centreville, and Liberty left in that severe thunderstorm warning as that storm moves off to the south. Centreville by 6:14, Liberty by 5:58. This is really entering Liberty right now. Greensburg 6:46, Clinton 6:36 as well. Greensburg, sorry, 6:46. I got confused looking at that. This is all we have right now. I guess we could look off a little bit to the east now. Massive storm here over Texas right now. Winds are less than 50 miles an hour, but ping pong ball size hail on these storms over there in Texas. That's over near, that's at Beaufort and Jacksonville over in Texas. Just giving a quick look at these since we don't really cover this area. Over here in Louisiana, quarter size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds for the storm south of Mansfield and a storm north of Cusada. Let's see, what else do we have? Special weather statements in Arkansas, a special weather statement in central Louisiana. This one's for 40-mile-an-hour winds and penny-size hail. So, a fairly active slight risk. We had that tornado warning earlier. A few weak tornadoes possible there in southern Jasper County and northern Jones County in Mississippi. That's right near where I'm from, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I think the slight risk was warranted. I mean, we've definitely seen enough freeze down, enough storm reports to say, like, this definitely needed to be a slight risk over a marginal risk. And, I mean, I said it last night, it looked like it was going to be a slight risk, so very interesting little storm here. Little storm system. Lots of this on the radar looks worse than it is. Most of this here over like Hazelhurst, Jackson, Laurel, Meridian is stratiform rain. So just rain that just continues to fall behind the thunderstorms. None of this is really that bad. It's just lingering rain. We do have a few little thunderstorms up here near Philadelphia in the northern portion of our viewing area here at Magnolia State Weather. Here to the east of Philadelphia, between Philadelphia and DeKalb, we have a thunderstorm there. Also, another thunderstorm over Shuqualak, south of Macon. But none of those severe. Luckily, our severe thunderstorm warning here, that's in extreme southern Greene County, and right now in northern George County, is about to move into Alabama. So that will be moving out of the state of Mississippi here very soon. The echo tops on that storm only up to 40,000 feet or so at this point. So it looks like the top of the storm is starting to become disconnected from the bottom of the storm. And so that's the issue going on there. Here's what it looks like in Gloucester and Liberty there in Amite County. It looks like this might be one of the stronger storms left. It's still a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds. That expires in 9 minutes. We'll see if they continue on the severe thunderstorm warning through Louisiana towards Greensburg and towards Clinton. But for right now, if you're there in Centreville, conditions off to your north are a little worse. If you're in Liberty, conditions will start going downhill there. Just lightning and heavy rain really is the most I'm expecting with that storm, but maybe some small hail and gusty winds are possible as well. Let me pull up the camera from Hattiesburg real quick. I'm going to restart the radar app one more time. See if I can get any updates on any damage across the area. Trees down in Lincoln County is what I'm seeing. Yeah, a few trees down. So not really much has changed in terms of the reports. As soon as we get rid of these 2 severe thunderstorm warnings across the area, I'm going to go off air for now. So after those go away, but it might be a second. Right now, still 37 minutes left on that severe thunderstorm warning in Greene and George counties, and 7 minutes left on the one over in Amite County. I'm sorry if you hear me tapping my mic every now and then. I go to mute it whenever I feel like I'm about to talk or whenever I'm about to cough. Any more severe weather expected in Jones County? No, not really. I don't think we'll see anything else. Unless you get another storm back here over Jackson. Right now, unless that one tries to strengthen. But I think most of these storms have taken any fuel that storms would need. Seems like any severe weather there for Jones County is basically gone for now. You have another wave coming through in the morning around 4 o'clock. If those storms can find any fuel, they might get to low-end severe standards, but really I'm thinking just thunderstorms for the rest of the night. I don't think anything will get up to severe thunderstorm standards. Now, with that being said, I don't control if a severe thunderstorm warning gets issued. Because remember, the National Weather Service can issue a severe thunderstorm warning and it never reached severe standards, and there's never a report of severe weather. So just remember that. A warning does not necessarily mean that a severe thunderstorm is taking place 100%. So, like I said, I don't control if that happens in the morning. These storms over in Louisiana, latching on the fuel that They have for now, but as these storms move off to the east, it looks like they're going to lose fuel over Mississippi. Fuel that these storms this afternoon have burned. New special weather statement. This includes New Augusta, Wiggins, central and southern Perry County, southwestern Greene County, northwestern George County, and northern Stone County. That's for the storm that's moving through Forest County right now. Not to severe standards, but 50-mile-an-hour winds is the concern with that special weather statement there. About to go through the DeSoto National Forest. So, severe thunderstorm warning in Emmett County expires in 4 minutes. We'll see what the National Weather Service in New Orleans decides to do over there. So, anyways, how are y'all doing tonight? Anyone got plans? What's going on? They just dropped the severe thunderstorm warning there in Emmett County. Was responding to some messages. What's everyone's plans tonight? What do we got going on? I guarantee you, what's probably about to happen is they're about to issue a special weather statement down towards Clinton. Um, it's probably what they're about to do. Probably for about 50-mile-an-hour winds, if I had to guess, or maybe 40-mile-an-hour winds and some weak, some small hail. So is it coming back at 4 to 5? I mean, if it tells you anything, I'm not planning on being live at 4 a.m. I think anything that just moves through will be a thunderstorm. I don't think it's going to be anything you need to wake up for. If you get woken up by weather, I understand, but I really don't see this next wave being a big problem. If it is a problem, I'll be live, but I really don't think that'll be necessary. I think most of the fuel has been used by these storms. It'll be interesting because I'll be able to kind of let you know because we get the new sounding in about an hour and a half. So the new weather balloon launched from Jackson comes out in about an hour and a half. So that'll really tell us what the atmosphere looks like. But I mean, even the storms in Louisiana no longer have energy. So I definitely don't think there's much energy over Mississippi right now. Speaking of, big special weather statement got issued. This includes Greensburg, Emmett City, Franklinton, Bogalusa. Huge special weather statement, meaning they'll probably they'll probably delete the one in the middle. Huge special weather statement for 50-mile-an-hour winds and pea-size hail. So I was right on the winds and right on the hail. I'll take that. Making sure you won't get blown away in your sleep. Yeah, I don't think that's much of a concern. Now, the main concern I think at that point would more than likely be oversaturation of trees. And at that point, that would be a problem with the ground being too soft and trees could fall. But I don't think that's a major concern considering how dry we've been. But you never know. We've been seeing some flooding issues across Mississippi. So just um, if you have trees that are a little worrisome, I'd check on them right now. Will I be back live when the weather balloon goes up, or will you be live till then? Um, at the most, I think I'll just make a post. We're getting closer and closer to me doing live streams every night that I can. That's coming around whenever we get a few more graphics ready that I've been building in the background. But soon, at some point, we'll have some nightly weather streams giving you weather updates for the next day, for that night, and whatnot. So that'll probably start happening at about like 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm going to start doing a morning video for the day's conditions. Probably not doing a morning live stream. I don't think you want to watch me in the morning. But I'll probably start doing a morning video that'll be posted on YouTube and Facebook. Several little different things that we're planning right now. Most of that's really going to come around in August whenever we get the green screen and a new camera and stuff figured out. All right, was talking to someone real quick. Waiting on the storm to go away, making you want to go to sleep. Oh, I wanna take a big nap right now. That'd be amazing. There's our last severe thunderstorm warning. That's over Loosedale. About to move into Centronella right now. Really, the main concern of this storm has moved into Alabama. Really, at this point, we're just waiting for them to cut off the warning into Alabama, and then we might go for now. But yeah, quick little severe weather system that came through. We'll see what the storms are going to do in the morning. Really, that weather balloon is going to give us a lot of information there. Once again, I want to shout out our newest sponsor and our only sponsor of Magnolia State Weather right now. We're technically in the Apo Roofing and Construction Weather Center. Thanks to Apo Roofing and Construction, based out of Laurel, Mississippi. If you have storm damage, call them for a free estimate, 601-498-1546. They'll help you top your building, and they'll help you with financing and all that stuff. So give them a call if you need to. Is Hattiesburg clear? You're going to have some more heavy rain move through for the next hour, 2 hours or so. But I think you're good there in Hattiesburg in terms of severe weather. Not saying it's very nice there in Hattiesburg, but you're done there for severe weather. I want to take a poll because I see we have, let's see, a few people on Facebook, and we have the most people we've had on YouTube right now. If you can comment, how did you find Magnolia State Weather? I'm very, very curious on how people found our live streams. Did it wind up on your Facebook feed? How did you find us? Because I'm trying to find how we're gaining followers because we've had some good momentum started. I'm just very curious to see how y'all found us. So if you would put that in the comments, that would be great. That would help me out. Um, um, Conditions there in McLean. I think that for you there in McLean, I'm trying to remember where it's at. Oh, where'd McLean go? I know where McLean's at. Hello? Oh, there it is. McLean, you still have a little bit more heavier rain off to your west, kind of just off to the west of New Augusta. So you might have another wave of heavy rain and maybe some lightning strikes move through you there. Here in McLean, I think you still have another 2.5 hours before it completely stops. Before it completely stops raining. In terms of severe weather, I think you're good there in McLean, though. But you still got a little bit. Seeing lots of it just popped up on Facebook. Well, that's good. Um, that's very nice. Very nice to see. In case a lot of y'all don't know who I am, because we don't have that put up yet, so a lot of people don't know my name yet. I'm pretty sure. Um, my name is Ashton Champion, student meteorologist here at Mississippi State University. I'm from South Mississippi, and so that's why Magnolia State weather exists. Um, should be graduating with my bachelor's next year. Um, but yeah. Yeah, I plan to actually answer questions. And I know in the future, whenever I get more viewers, hopefully that happens, it'll be a little harder for me to answer every question, but the relevant questions will be answered. So we'll try to figure out how we can do that. The goal is to eventually gain a lot of uh, viewers and followers, but I still want to stay engaged with the viewers. Like that's my main goal. I think that's important. What are people asking? What do people want to know? And we still have a lot to grow here. The green screen is going to be revolutionary. I'm excited to be on a green screen. Um, that'll be great. It'll look a lot better, so that'll be fun. The picture will be bigger, so that'll be nice. Yeah. Sorry. Once again, I want to say sorry that I was live 15 minutes after the tornado warning got issued. I was sitting in class and we were sitting there looking at it, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So, um, I left early, whatever, we were working on something. Left early, ran back to my apartment because it's across campus, um, and went live. So that was wild there for a little bit. Yeah, sorry I was a little late, but sometimes stuff like that is going to happen. Flash flood warning here for Summit and Macomb. This is in Pike County, so this includes the Macomb, the city of Macomb, and the city's Summit. Okay, that's for the next 3 hours and 8 minutes. So that expires at 9:15. 2.5 to 3.5 inches of rain have fallen, and an additional 1 to 3 inches are possible in this warned area. So turn around, don't drown. Flooding is possible there. Flash flooding possible there in Pike County in Macomb. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing what I can. I'm working with the tools we have right now. One thing you'll see is like a lot of our graphics. I don't know if you've seen our new graphics that we've been having, like these daily. Let's pull it. I can pull it up on the stream. What am I doing? Here, let me find one. Like these new graphics we have. So all of our graphics are actually made by me with code and stuff. Okay, come on. Anyways, like that's nope, that's not the correct thing. Whoops. Like this graphic. This graphic was made by me, coded it, put it together. You'll see how now it focuses on I-20 South, basically, maybe a little bit north, but our area is Central Mississippi, South Mississippi, and then the bordering parishes of Louisiana, as well as the Florida parishes of Louisiana. That's what our goal is. This is what's making it possible for us to have a green screen in the future, because we're going to have a lot more of graphics things that I'm going to be putting together. And so it's just way easier for daily forecasts to be this area. And then, of course, Mississippi live streams for severe weather still across the whole state. So it's kind of like we're doing our daily forecast for our area near South Mississippi, but then the live coverage is for the whole state. And so that's how we're sitting with that. I still got a lot of stuff to be made, but it's really opening us up to a lot of opportunities. Still got a lot more graphics I got to get made with our new system. Yeah, considering the fact I'm still coming off of an Achilles injury, like it was not fun. My leg got so stiff on the way. But it's also, I think it's those shoes. I think it's less of my Achilles, and I think it's more of the shoes I was wearing. Like those rough. Like they hurt my feet so bad. So I need to get a new pair of shoes. Which you've been telling me that anyway. But are you recording me right now? You look like you were recording me. What? Uh huh. Anyways, yeah. So that's severe thunderstorm warning. Like I said, you still have it here in southern Greene and northern George County, but that has now moved into Alabama, which is why I'm not just distinctly covering it right now. Plenty of special weather statements. You have that flash flood warning there in Pike County. The rain through early Thursday morning. Yeah, so I'm actually looking at Thursday. I was gonna look at this. I saw this in class earlier, because here's how I am. I'm not gonna look at a severe weather system until the next severe thunderstorm, or until the next severe weather system passes. Um, and so like if if we knew yesterday that severe storms were possible on Thursday, I'm not going to look at Thursday's risk until after the storms that passed yesterday. It's like models are not good at going through multiple rounds and being accurate. So that's why let's take a look at what Thursday's looking at. Since we're here, let's go ahead and look at it. I'll make post about it later. But let's go ahead and see what's happening. I'll have to zoom out here. Here's Mississippi. Here's the GFS. I know more storms are possible on Thursday. We get another round this morning. Looks like we have a big storm come through either. Wait, tomorrow's Thursday. Sorry. I didn't mean Thursday. We have another round coming through on Friday. I think it's Friday and Saturday. GFS shows through the afternoon of the 1st through the morning of the 2nd. So it was the 1st. So the 1st is Friday night. So yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to say Thursday, not to scare anybody about tomorrow. So it looks like Friday night into Saturday morning is maybe the next risk. Um we'll have to water that down. We'll have to get more details on that tomorrow. So I'm probably not going to give you a whole lot of details with that storm until tomorrow. I'll show you the risk and what we're looking at right now. But I think I don't want to get everyone concerned about the system when it's still 2 days out, 3 days out. Yeah, this line did drop off hard as it reached South Mississippi and towards the Florida parishes. So here's what the risk looked like. I think this was a fairly decent forecast I think this was actually a very good forecast by the Storm Prediction Center. Maybe the hail risk I would have taken a little higher. It was lower than a slight risk. Technically, it was like a marginal risk, hail risk, I'm pretty sure. But this is a pretty good forecast. I mean, a slight risk across our area that we had all those damage reports, marginal risk for the coast, knowing that storms were going to die off before they got down to the coast. So I think this was a fairly good forecast from the Storm Prediction Center. Definitely, uh, I'm giving them props for that forecast. Very good there, in my opinion. So yeah, that was a very good one there from the Storm Prediction Center. So now, looking at the radar, like I said, that severe thunderstorm warning has now been cut off into Alabama. Only special weather statements across our area. I wouldn't be shocked if we get another severe thunderstorm warning maybe here for like Tangipahoa Parish with this storm strengthening as it's moving off to the south over Kentwood, Greensburg, and Emmett City. That storm right now over the state line. Actually, this is a perfect time for us to look at the Osika camera. Let's look and see what it looks like there in Osika. So here we go. This is what it looks like here in Osaka. Doesn't seem too bad. That's right near the state line. Overall, I mean, trees moving around a little, but nothing too bad. So, anyways, I'm gonna keep watching this as these storms still continue to move south, just for a little while. Um, Rain starting in the 39426. I'm assuming that's the Bogalusa area code. Or the zip code, not the area code, sorry. Assuming that's the Bogalusa zip code. So kind of here's what we have. We have this storm complex over Amit, Pike, and Walthall County moving to the south into our Florida parishes of Louisiana. Here's what you'll see. Where did my pen go? I lost my Epic pen. There it is. So you have the storm complex there, like I was mentioning, moving off to the south. If I can use it. Okay, well, that's just not happening, I guess. You have the storm complex here. Let me use this marker. There we go. So here you have this storm complex here moving off to the south. That's your first complex there, moving into the Florida parishes of Louisiana. And then you have, whoops, sorry, playing with new toys here. Oh, it's east of Bogalusa. Okay, I see. Oh, so you're probably over near Crossroads. Next storm is right here, just to the east of Poplarville, moving towards Wiggins right now. So if you're in Wiggins, gonna get a little stormy there in just a few minutes, but not too bad. And then the next storm is going to be here between Wiggins and New Augusta, moving off towards Loosedale. Remember, none of these storms are at severe standards, just gusty winds and some small hail possible, but nothing but just normal thunderstorms, really. Yeah, I mean, here's what you can see on radar now. You can see this outflow boundary. Here, let me restart this. Whoops. Let's fix some things. Sorry, I gotta fix this. That's not allowing me to draw on the screen anymore. There we go. Sorry, we've reached the point where we're starting to get into the semi-informal weather coverage because I mean there's not too much going on right now. Did I post any videos or pics yet? I've only gotten sent. I've gotten sent one thing right now. I'm thinking I haven't checked again. Yeah, I got sent some videos, but I'm waiting to post them till afterwards. I think they're just good for videos purposes. I don't think they are necessarily perfect for posting immediately. Try to reopen that now. Okay, there we go. So here on the radar, you can see the outflow boundary of this storm right here. There's your outflow boundary. You can see it. And then look at this. Clouds moving up into the storm. These are very moist clouds moving up into the storm. You can see it down here on the radar. I'll zoom in on it here a little closer. These little bands here, I don't necessarily think these are birds right now. I think these are wispy clouds moving up into the storm. And so lots of moisture there moving over Lake Maripus right now. Not very good on my pronunciation there. That's very cool there. And so one thing you're going to see is that uh, this line right here, this outflow boundary of these storms, you're going to see that as soon as some of this air here crosses it, you see thunderstorms explode. And so, like, you'll see how that area crossed just north of Amit City, and it just blew up thunderstorms. And so, what this does is this outflow boundary here causes air to lift, causes warm air to lift, and that's what forces these thunderstorms to form very, very fast. Doesn't necessarily mean it's dangerous. It just means that it's there. That boundary is kind of what these storms initiate off of. And so lots of times what you get with some outflow boundaries like this is you get storms that blow up really quickly, but then they have no lifting mechanism keeping them up. So they form really quickly and then rain themselves out. In the case of this storm over Kentwood and Tangipahoa right now, it formed extremely quickly just over Greensburg. You can see it here, formed very quickly, and now is over Kentwood and Tangipahoa. That storm will probably keep going due to other factors in this line. But that's sometimes why all of a sudden storms just form on radar. It's because an outflow boundary comes out normally on like your radar apps like the Weather Channel. You can't see that because it's so weak on the radar. Like, because what I'm using here is raw radar data. I do this so that I can see these storm features as a meteorology student and as a meteorologist in the future. It's so that I can see these features. But on your weather apps, you're not going to be able to see that. Unless you have a radar app that's actually meant just to look at radar, but like your normal network weather apps are not going to be able to do that. Here's what it looks like in Osaka as storms move in. Just an absolute downpour there. Thank you, Monty Man 8207 on YouTube. Means a lot. All right, so since all these storms have kind of calmed down now, let's look and see what's going through around the region now. Still got these heavy thunderstorms over in Texas with quarter-size hail, and now 60-mile-an-hour winds. You can see rotation here, kind of not looking all that great. That's right now over Jacksonville, Texas, over on US Highway 79. It's moving off to the east and it's going to move over into Louisiana within the next few hours. You got another severe thunderstorm warning down near Rock Springs in Texas. That's for 60-mile-an-hour winds and ping pong ball size hail. Just kind of giving you a little overview. But look at that. I mean, it's a nice looking supercell. But I think if we look at the if we take a look at the velocity, it's probably not going to look all that great. Yeah, not looking all that great with this cell in terms of velocity. Might be something to watch, though, and a little bit over there in southern Texas. Next up, some special weather statements here in Arkansas. Those expire in a few minutes, so those aren't even worth looking at right now. Special weather statements here in Louisiana for gusty winds is what it looks like. 40-mile-an-hour winds and penny-size hail. And then also 40-mile-an-hour winds and penny-size hail there. Let's see, across Lake Lot in central Louisiana. But that's kind of your regional look right now. So remember, the main concern right now is going to be this flash flood warning there in Pike County for Summit and Macomb. So if you're there, if anyone has videos of that, please send it in. That'd be great. We don't really have a lot of people sending stuff in yet. We're just not big enough to get sent all these videos. And one thing that would really help us is those videos of like this flooding or trees down and whatnot. That's really what helps push us and getting more views on some of our posts. So we'd definitely be grateful to get some damage pictures. And I know some of y'all are probably not even near damage, so um, that's okay. Um, I will say I can announce that we now officially own MagnoliaStateWeather.com. We've now owned that domain for about a month or so. Over the summer, we're going to work on getting the website put together. So, luckily, you're going to be able to submit damage photos and videos to MagnoliaStateWeather.com. You'll be able to go there and look at all of our posts. You'll look at my, I'll put down forecasts in there, and it'll be a very nice website to have starting to be built. So, yeah, we now own MagnoliaStateWeather.com. Now, you can't look it up. The domain's not active, but we do own MagnoliaStateWeather.com now. Is the storm gone now? Talking about there for, is that for Smithdale? You should be clearing up here in a little bit there in Smithdale, but you still got some rain off to your west that could potentially hit you. Big special weather statement in Georgia. What is this for? Oh, for fire danger. I don't think I've ever seen a special weather statement for fire danger. That expires in 436 hours. How long is that for? 2 weeks? A long time. So severe thunderstorm warning now over Central Nell for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's just north of Mobile. Actually, as soon as I pointed that out, they have now since deleted the severe thunderstorm warning, and now just 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts over Saraland, Sims, Pritchard, Mobile, Stapleton, Bay Minette. That's kind of the risk there over near the Mobile Bay. So yeah, storms really still weakening as they move into Louisiana right now. Still got thunderstorms near Emmett City, Kentwood, Tangipahoa, Franklinton, Bogalusa, kind of entering those areas. But overall, I mean, these storms really not doing too much anymore. Look at that. This storm formed in just under, I mean, 5 minutes. You can see it here. As soon as this boundary moves south of it, it just blows up. Like let's slow this down so you can see it. So here it is, that line over from Mid City. A few minutes later, and then all of a sudden, this thing's a full blown sail in like 10 minutes. It still needs some time to mature, but overall, I mean, that's how quick some of these storms can form along a boundary. They just explode with activity. We're only about an hour away from the sounding. That'll show us what the atmosphere looks like. We probably won't get the sounding from Slidell or from the National Weather Service in New Orleans. I think that's based in Slidell. I can't remember. I know the radar's in Hammond now. But we probably won't get the sounding from them if it's raining, just because they don't want to waste a perfectly good weather balloon. So they may launch it later. Which then again, that weather balloon may already be in the air at this point. They might have already launched it. Sometimes they launch it a little early. All right, so I think I'm about to call it here. I know we still have some special weather statements, but what you need to know is these storms are not to severe standards anymore. If we get a severe thunderstorm warning, I probably won't come back, but just look at the warning. It'll show you what conditions are possible. I'm probably going to go and enjoy the rest of the night. Try to give you updates for your weather. Maybe that next line that's possible in the morning. I don't think, like I said, I don't think that'll be a big problem. But I think I'm going to go for now. New special weather statement. Oh, it expired. I don't think they meant to do that. New special weather statement across this entire area. Yeah, they didn't mean to do that. There he goes. It's deleted now. So yeah, it looks like they actually cleared all those for special, all those special weather statements. Right now, only this special weather statement um, for Emmett City, Franklinton, Kentwood, and so these storms really starting to weaken. I mean, we're not seeing nearly as much lightning anymore with some of these storms. So that's telling us that these storms are weakening. But anyways, just some housekeeping things. If you're on Facebook, make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel at Magnolia State Weather. It makes it very easy to watch us on TVs. And then if you're on YouTube, look us up on Facebook. That's where we have all of our weather posts right now until the website gets up here probably within the next few months. So anyways, thank you for watching. I'm student meteorologist Ashton Champion. Remember that. I hope y'all have a good night. If y'all need anything, let me know. But anyways, have a good night. God bless. Stay safe. And thank you for watching Magnolia State Weather.